The iPhone 15 Pro Max is the best value iPhone you can buy in 2026. So the question, is it worth it? Well, it's already answered. So, the iPhone 15 Pro Max came out in 2023, and this was the first iPhone to feature USB-C and the titanium frames. And on top of all of that, it was the first iPhone to get the 5x telephoto. So, actually, pretty much the first iPhone to get portrait photography on an optical lens. And so, because of that, I do believe that the iPhone 15 Pro Max is one of the best iPhone upgrades ever. I upgraded to the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and I remembered like it was today. This was a perfect experience from the beginning to the end, from the battery life, from the new materials and durability, from the display, from the cameras, from USB-C. Everything was perfect. And I only remember good things about this iPhone. This was, in my opinion, the perfect iPhone at the time. And I was thinking, how can Apple improve this with the iPhone 16 Pro Max? How will I upgrade it? And at the end, I did upgrade to the iPhone 16 Pro Max, but I thought it was a very, very small upgrade. And so, if you are looking to buy this iPhone in 2026, know that this has everything that you need from the newest iPhones for a cheaper price. So, for like $700, $650, you can grab the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Better than the iPhone 16 and really close, maybe on par with the iPhone 17. So let's discuss what the iPhone 15 Pro Max has so good that it's actually totally worth it and the best value iPhone to buy in 2026. First of all is the design. The iPhone 15 Pro Max has the same design as the iPhone 16 Pro Max, and I would say pretty much the same design as the iPhone Air. I know, the iPhone Air. The iPhone Air features glass and titanium, but it is very, very thin, while the iPhone 15 Pro Max has the Pro iPhone design that has titanium frames and glass is not as thin, but it gives you the perfect balance between the two. So if you don't like how Apple's strategy has actually ended up being with a Pro iPhone made of aluminum with the iPhone 17 Pro, or even with the iPhone Air that is made of titanium, but it's super thin and it's actually compromised, then this is the perfect iPhone for you. Because it gives you still the triple camera system, gives you USB-C, gives you the Pro features, Apple Intelligence, all of that for way cheaper than the iPhone Air, and it gives you still titanium frames and all the Pro features that you need. From 4K log to ProRes, this iPhone does it all. The thing is, what about the iPhone 16 Pro Max? Why should you get that phone? Well, because currently it's still too expensive, and the upgrade for the iPhone 15 Pro to the 16 Pro is not big enough. So I would say that if you want this old design, or at least if you want this love design from the titanium frames that only lasted 2 years, then this is the iPhone you should buy. As for the display, I know, this is a bit thicker than the newest and shiniest iPhones. The iPhone 15 Pro features a bit thicker bezels than the iPhone 16 Pro. But of course, who cares? The difference is so small. You used to get Dynamic Island, you used to get the amazing 2000 nit peak brightness display, 1800 nit depending on the iPhone, but still, it's super bright, HDR, color accurate, it's amazing guys. I know, it's not 6.9 inches, it only has a 6.7 inch OLED display, the 15 Pro Max, while the 16 Pro Max gets the extra 0.2 inches. I mean, what's 0.2 inches? Nothing, guys, nothing. Trust me, nothing. And so, the iPhone 15 Pro Max still, for the money that you save, totally worth it. And then you go for USB-C, the same port as the 16 Pro Max. And you go for the battery life, in my opinion, better than the 16 Pro Max, because we got bigger displays, we got bigger bodies, but didn't get bigger batteries on the 16 Pro Max. So the battery on the 15 Pro Max, from my experience, over the 2 years that I've got both iPhones, is better than the 16 Pro Max. Obviously, that this depends on the battery life that you grab your iPhone used, but if you grab one with 90% or upwards, it should be totally fine. And obviously, on top of all of that, the iPhone 15 Pro Max camera system is pretty much the same as the iPhone 16 Pro Max that, in my opinion, does not warrant an upgrade. The only difference is on the ultra-wide lens. If you want the 40 megapixel ultra-wide lens, maybe upgrade for the iPhone 16 Pro Max and grab that for like $850, $900, but the differences are so small, guys. I can take beautiful photos with these. It has the same sensor, the same 40 megapixel main sensor as the 16 Pro Max. It has the same telephoto, no changes there. So you are arguing between two ultra-wide lenses that at the end of the day, they look pretty much the same in 80% of scenarios. You can notice a bit of the sharpness at night with the 16 Pro Max, but still, who cares about ultra-wide lens? Of course, both of the camera systems are a bit of a step down from the iPhone 17 Pro because this has a 4x telephoto that has 40 megapixels. So you can zoom in twice, so you can use 4x and 8x, cropping in on that 40 megapixel main sensor, giving you better quality, zooming in further. So this is a better camera system overall than the 15 Pro Max in every single aspect. So if you want that, grab the newest and shiniest. But if you want to save money, if that's too expensive for you, then don't grab the 16 Pro Max, grab the 15 Pro Max. This is way better value in terms of cameras. And these are all the photos that I've taken with this iPhone throughout the years. Guys, look at them. They are beautiful. These are DSLR-like photos, mirrorless cameras-like photos, professional photos even. They were all taken on a 15 Pro Max that you can grab one today for like $650. So, trust me, the camera system is still awesome. Not to mention that it has one thing that I hate on the newest iPhones, and that's the camera button. This iPhone does not feature the camera button. And if you watch my videos, you know how I am against the camera button. It's so bad placed. Because the way it works, the way it was designed, your finger is always there doing bad things, ruining your photos, ruining your zoom, ruining your settings. Everything just gets messed up because you're placing naturally your finger there to rest, to take photos. And I understand why Apple did that, put it there, because it's a natural place to put your finger and take a photo. But unless you have your hands wet, it's not useful. The only case and the only scenario that I thought it was useful was on cold places that I wear gloves and I cannot touch my display because it doesn't respond, or whenever it's raining a lot. Other than that, it just messes up your videos and photos. So, I would still grab the 15 Pro Max. Not having it is simply better than having it, in my opinion. It does feature the action button though, so if you want the action button, which I do believe it's actually a great addition to the iPhone, it enables you to create any simple shortcut to place it here on a tap of a button. Open your garage, turning on your lights, creating a series of shortcuts that ended up creating an action overall. This is super powerful actually. You can use the AI button, like you can click here and access ChatGPT. You can do whatever you want. It's so customizable. And this, yes, this is a useful button. It replaced the ringer switch on the iPhone 14 Pro Max, which was a classic iPhone button, but I think this was even better. Trust me. As for durability, I have two iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Maxes. This is the 15 Pro, and it's the black color. And if I take a look at it, it's a bit tanked up. So I would say that if you want the most durable color, the newest looking one, go for the natural titanium. Even if it has a bit of a damage, which will, it's normal, it's like 2 years or 3 years old, it won't notice it because it's completely brand new. Mine, the natural titanium one, brand new. No issues, no scratches, nothing. While this one, well, it looks a bit dinged up. It's the black one, so it's actually normal to notice that. The anodization process is not the most durable one, so if you don't wear a case, you will notice some scratches, dinks, and it will look like the natural titanium iPhone after a while. This one doesn't have that much. It only has one here on this side of the iPhone, and the other one is here at the bottom, close to the display. As for the ceramic shield present on this iPhone, I've always wore on a screen protector on my iPhone 15 Pro Max. No issues, no scratches. Although, be careful, I've heard some stories that it does scratch pretty easily. So, try to find one with no scratches or be careful when buying one used. As for the 15 Pro that I have here, completely destroyed. The display is completely messed up, cracked, scratched. No salvation for this one, but that's usual whenever you drop your iPhone. So yeah, the 17 Pro actually does a great job with the new Ceramic Shield 2. The 16 Pro is the same. And that's actually the biggest comparison between these two. It's buying a used 15 Pro Max or a used 16 Pro Max. Because obviously, buying the newest and shiniest, it's always a great thing. But whenever you have a compromise, whenever you don't have a budget, like for example, if you only have like $800 to spend, which one should you grab? Should you spend the extra money for the 16 Pro Max? Or should you save the extra buck and go for the 15 Pro Max? And in this case, in my opinion, for sure, is the 15 Pro Max the best option to buy in 2026. And so, overall, is the iPhone 15 Pro Max worth it in 2026? Definitely. I would say even this is the best value iPhone ever, currently, to date. Oh, one thing that I forgot. This is the cheapest iPhone you can buy, refurbished or used, that has Apple Intelligence. And if you don't think that's a big thing, I also don't think that's a big thing, I think it's important to note, at least, that this might be a differentiating factor in the future, because Apple may discontinue first and earlier iPhones that don't have Apple Intelligence. Because I do believe that Apple Intelligence and AI will be a differentiating factor in the future. Do I care that this is the cheapest iPhone you can buy currently with Apple Intelligence? No. But the thing is, I do believe that in the future, and that's why I'm saying this will maybe be the decision factor between not upgrading to the iPhone like next iPhone, or upgrading to the next iPhone because you do have like iOS 30 or not having iOS 30. Just leaving this right here. And so let me know below what you think. Are you getting an iPhone 15 Pro Max in 2026? And if you are not, trust me, you should. This is the best value iPhone, like I told you before several times. And I wish if I could go back and if I didn't have an iPhone 17 Pro currently, this would be the iPhone that I would choose. For sure. And so, drop a like below, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the upcoming videos. Thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye.